Hey, this is Michelle and Joanne from A Touch of Camo, and we wanted to show you one of the dresses we got in today that a bride had purchased on Amazon, was very unhappy with after it showed up because it was not authentic camo, and therefore we worked with her to give her the dress of her dreams, and she let us hold on to the one so we could show you what these dresses that are under $200 or $300 on Amazon look like. So one of the first things you're going to see about the dress, the one from Amazon, is this one right here. This was supposed to be a sweetheart neckline with a mermaid, or it could be like a trumpet bottom. It's sewn so bad that it's actually hard to figure out what they were trying to do. But first let's focus on the fabric. This dress over here is our Elizabeth dress. Now that is made in the authentic Mossy Oak New Breakup camo fabric. It's a 3-ounce bridal satin, has very vibrant colors, and as you can see, if you look between the two of them, the one on the right is very much a brownish tinge with very muted colors, where the one on the left has very vibrant dark blacks, browns, greens, that is the true colors that you would see in the Mossy Oak fabric. And for those folks who are hunters, they know their fabric, you would know that this one here is not correct. Many times we hear people give us a call, they say, hey, I saw a dress on Amazon and it's only $200, $300. How come yours are so expensive? Well, what happens is the folks overseas typically take some Mossy Oak fabric when they get it, and then they run it through their mills and they copy it. But when you copy it, you end up having some issues, such as the color not being the same, as you can see here. Some of the other problems, see if I can get this. When you get up close, you can see here, I'm going to point right around here, you can sort of see it. It looks like it's a little bit of a pattern in there. It's not solid. And then if you get over here, one of the blacks, let me find a black spot, you can see this black here is very solid colored. And that has to do with when they copy it and the ink. It just doesn't work out. Now, one of the other things you'd always want to look for is a true Mossy Oak fabric would have the emblem shown. And that right there, that circle, is the Mossy Oak emblem. Sometimes the words Mossy Oak will also be there. It depends on the age of the fabric. Some of the older fabrics, we find it. It's a very small little wording of Mossy Oak, but the emblem is always there. Now, we looked over this entire dress, and we can't find an emblem anywhere at all. So keep in mind those colors to start with. If you're okay having a knockoff color and it's not going to be perfect, the dress, you can take your chance. But a true Mossy Oak needs to come from someone, who buys it directly from the factory like we do. All right, now looking at this dress, we want to show you a few of the things that you're going to notice that an experienced seamstress should be aware of when putting a dress together. One of the most major problems we see with this dress is they needed to take the pattern, obviously, from top all the way down to the bottom, including in the back with the train. You can see here how right in the middle it has been seamed. And we would never see it seamed like that. We would see it go from top to bottom, just like over here on this one. There is no seam all the way from the top, all the way carried throughout the entire train. So it is possible to do it the right way. This usually happens when people are trying to save on fabric, which is unfortunate. The other thing you see here, the mistake was made. If you were going to seam it for any reason in the middle like that, the fabric should follow through on the pattern. So the top part, you can see the logs in the back are going up and down, where down here, the logs are going left and right. So when you back up and you look at the whole dress, it's a little discombobulated. It doesn't look quite right. Where over here, the same pattern, top to bottom, going in the same direction. This dress had some beautiful lace added to it, but the way it was put on, a professional seamstress typically would not do. So one of the first things we saw up on the sweetheart neckline was it was doubled over here. where typically it would be cut around and then matched in, so you didn't have this doubled over lace pattern happening. Another thing that we saw is you do have, with lace comes in smaller sections, so you do have to piece it together. But this ended up with their piecing, they had big holes all over the place, as you can see here, where they did not cover it. And so it just looks just not nice, you know, with the lace being like that. It looks like it's been ripped, actually.
I want to focus on the side, too, because leaving that lace stick up under the arm, that's not going to be comfortable to be wearing that.
Yeah, that can get really itchy for somebody, so that's not good either. And then I'm a little fussy on this kind of stuff, but down here at the bottom, around the edging, as you'd see the tulle fabric in between right here, typically that would be cut around, not left all with loose threads, and you typically have a nice trim
around there.
Yeah. So that is one of the things, you know, I'm just a little more fussy about, but if we had a dress, we would not let it go out like this.